Hi, I'm Violet Poon. I am the parent of an individual served by Robin Hood. She's been with Robin Hood for 26 years. She's our one and only. She came to us very late in life. I think that I wasn't really planning to even have kids, let alone a special needs kid. And so all of this plunged us into a world that we weren't necessarily prepared for. I took her to see my family doctor. I noticed that she wasn't sitting up. And I was doing a mommy and me play group through the county. And I noticed all these other little babies were sitting up. And my kid was just kind of soft and floppy. And I thought, And I asked my doctor about this. And my doctor happened to be a married woman, but she didn't know anything about children because she didn't have any kids. She said, "Oh, it's fine, no problem." And her nurse actually overheard the conversation and thought to herself, this isn't right. This baby should be sitting up by 5 months. And so that nurse was instrumental in getting Emily assessed. And then that just started the whole ball rolling. And I think maybe there was a little card in the waiting room talking about Robin Hood and do you have concerns about your child's development? And so I contacted the agency and they became part of our lives. I could almost sense a divide between the two of us and then all the other families. And so you go through a little bit of grief because you know that that's not going to be your story. But then you also try and embrace and you love your child no matter what. And so I felt a lot of conflicting emotions, but really not for very long because I didn't sense that that was helpful to Emily. And I think that, yes, you can be wallowing in self-pity, but does it serve you? Does it serve your child? No, just take all that energy and let's move forward and let's try some new things and let's work on her speech development. Let's see where she's at and then how can we move her forward. So I can see my life and Emily's life sort of parallel. And with every new experience that she got in her life, I likewise got a different experience and I grew. The Glenrose came and went. Her schooling came and went, but Robin Hood has always been a constant in her life, and so likewise in my life. And I think that the association has taken us on this journey that I wouldn't have expected. I didn't know what the two of us were capable of. And I think this agency has been instrumental in helping us find ourselves. To me, your loved one going into residential services is completely necessary, and it came to us in a really timely fashion. Neither one of us are spring chickens. She is an only child. We had to know that she was in a good place, that it was safe, it was secure, and that she was happy. Gradually, Emily went and had supper at the group home and she got to meet her potential roommates. The staff got to meet her. And it was about a period of 6 weeks. And it was sort of a little courtship, a bit of back and forth. And we got to meet the staff. We got to meet the roommates. We were able to arrange her room sort of to our, ideas of what it should look like. I was filled with feelings of glee and gratitude. She is doing really well. She comes home for visits. She goes back and forth. The staff are getting to know her. She's gone on a camping trip. It carries the theme of making her world as big as possible. And I've noticed that since she's moved out, she wasn't able to put toothpaste on her toothbrush. She can do that now. When she finishes a meal, she just gets up and takes her silverware and her dishes to the sink, and she just knows what to do. And that is just, as a parent, it's just so gratifying to see that. To see growth. I think that that's one of my core values, is that we are lifelong learners. And I can see the evidence in front of me. And it just fills my heart. Like, it's just so amazing. I think it's just so wonderful.